Hello everyone, this is Corel Mel with Key Lifestyle Solutions. Grandmother Raven's Protocol Lights Up the Sky. Welcome to your pick-a-pile reading for this week. We have some interesting energy, and I really got prompted to do a special pick-a-pile for this coming weekend because of the intense energy that we have opening up this week, along with the full moon. This is Aquarius full moon. It's a super moon. It's a sturgeon moon. It's got many different names, but I'm going to go with the sturgeon moon. Wisdom is about the sturgeon, the totem. And that's also my center power animal. Just so you know. There is a lot happening that's very important to pay attention to coming on Sunday. So Sunday and Monday are really important. They're powerful and impactful. It's about transformation and change. And all the planets are aligning up directly with the planet Earth. And so there are aspects of that you could utilize for yourself, because after this weekend, and of course we're in Mercury retrograde, but that's okay, because this is a time to really look at things from a different perspective and allowing us to each take this opportunity to transform and let go of what's not serving us. I keep seeing this happening with many different astrologers talking about this significant placement that could invoke major happenings on the planet. The earth could be shaking. There could be also tempers will fly. But on the other side of this, there is also this huge energy that we can get on the tidal wave with and ride it to create new beginnings, new possibilities. We have some solar and lunar eclipses happening in the fall, in October. And so there's more of an intensity happening then too. And, you know, it's really going to take shape over the next while. And it really depends on how you navigate it in your life, for you personally. So if you've been doing a lot of spiritual work, inner work, personal development, doing all those things, you're going to start to see the fruition of your work, because now is the time to actually see for yourself how these changes are starting to impact you personally. And there's the beauty side of it all. So yes, there's predictors of what's going to happen, and it's doom and gloom, and yeah, those are important. We want to be aware, but at the same time, we don't want to be in fear, because that's going to be the story that they're going to be feeding us, to be in fear, and there's really no reason to do that. Also, you're going to probably notice that you're closer to other dimensional places, like let's just say the veil, that we're going to be more aware, maybe more aware of the spiritual realm. Let's put it that way. Noticing our ancestors, grandmothers, grandfathers. Sunday could actually, if you're out and about, which we're going to be doing a special ceremony as a group, Sunday, to align with this energy for ourselves, but also for the collective, and putting out prayers, but also enjoying the beauty that the sun is going to illuminate. So there's a big solar storm that has been happening, and the energy is coming directly to Earth. and it's going to be also illuminating more energy that's impacting the planet. And we're going to see that on Sunday. So there could be more of the aurora borealis to view. There's meteor showers happening. Right. This is like the middle, like this is going to be the most fruitful time of observing this in the skies. And so we're doing a nighttime ceremony, which I already sense the energy from it. It's going to be pretty big. But anyway, concentrate on the piles. There is some important information that's going to come through the cards. I can already feel that. And we will do an oracle to begin with, to see the overall message that's coming through the cards. Oh, I didn't have to do that long. Into me I see. Isn't that beautiful? And it's an 8. Okay. So we've just gone through the Lion's Gate. We're still in that Lion's Gate energy. We're doing our dance on the 18th. It's symbolizing a time at the end of a cycle. We're coming at the end of a cycle, of many cycles, and big cycles and small cycles. You personally, and also collective consciousness. And this is a place where we can actually go inside and see more the realness of who we are instead of playing the games, right? The programming in the games. How do you want to show up in the world? Are you being authentic with yourself even, is the question. So I love that this is coming out as an 8. And of course, we're in an 8 year. And this is signifying something really special for us at this time. So let's see what this card has to say. Find it here. Oh, it's in the 2 energy too. Intimacy, trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection, the willingness to be vulnerable. A certain precious moments, you're called into a deep and meaningful connection with the world or another person. A magical affinity arises with the kind of intimacy that in turn encourages a greater understanding of yourself. The relationship acts as a mirror, helping you see your own patterns. What it reflects about you can further your own personal evolution. Now is the time to take a risk by connecting with another. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see what is still active within you that needs to change or heal? You will discover more about who you are as you discover more about another. Even if you cannot possibly know what it's truly like to be in someone else's shoes, you can listen and learn. This is a magical gift being offered to you right now. This concept applies beyond romantic connection. What do the dynamics in your closest friendships, work relationships, and family say about you? Relationships are extraordinary opportunities for healing. When predicted on honesty and caring, they have a great impact on how you contribute to the world. Intimate relationships hold up a mirror of truth and reveal more treasures than you might ever expect. If you can look into it, take a risk, and see everything as beautiful. Even its imperfections, imagine how deep you could go. So this energy, we've talked about this year as being an impactful year of really bringing out the shadow, digging deep and finding those last ruminant pieces to continue our ascension, parts of ourselves, ascension into the new consciousness. Really, if you think about this, 2024 is like 12 years since 2012. And that's when it started. We've gone through 12 years of major shifting. So think about that. What does that feel like to you? Have a review now that we're in Mercury retrograde. Have a review. So we'll come back to that at the end and pull another oracle card just to sum up the reading. And let's see what we're going to experience today. We'll put 3 there. This is pile number 1. Ace of Cups, emotions. Six of Swords, science. Son of Swords, fairness. And in reverse, we have Eight of Stones, knowledge. Okay, pile number one. Oh, isn't this interesting? This is very interesting. So there is an excitement about these new beginnings emotionally, and we all have choice. You know, we can look at it positively, and we can look at it negatively, but this is showing an opportunity to be kind to yourself here. Ace of Cups is about really feeling the emotions, positive or negative. And the Six of Swords is coming into looking and comparing what you've experienced in the past. This could be around some relationship, like relationship is coming up in our opening card here of the Oracle, Into Me I See. And this is really sharing that. This is explaining a little bit more. Son of Swords, fairness. It's like, how are you seeing the world? Like, maybe you're not seeing the world from a place of fairness, but there's a gift inside of that. Maybe there's pieces that you haven't seen that are now available to you that you can look at from a different perspective. Eight of Stones in reverse. You know, this is like really accumulating wealth of knowledge. And this is simply stating that if you dig deep, you already have a lot of the knowledge from other lifetimes of experience. And even in this lifetime, have you been accessing that? Because the clues are there in the knowledge that you already know, that you already embody. You come into this world with deep knowledge, and you know, you may not have realized that. Knowledge is available to us everywhere, but are you tapping into your inner knowledge? So you might be a very science thinking person, oriented. You want facts and statistics, and you want to see the proof. And maybe you haven't looked into what you already know. It's like, what's the fiber of your being expressing to you? You already know the answer. So pile number one, you're opening yourself up to an opportunity to look at things from a different point of view. And the world is going to look different pretty soon to many of us because of what's going on in the world. We have an opportunity to look at different aspects of things that are going to be presented. How are we going to deal with that? You know, fear might be running, you know, in place of having some ancient knowledge that you already know about your survival. You know, there's nothing here saying that it's something about survival, but if you look at the bottom pieces of what the fear is, like exploring the emotion around fear, what does that do to your body? Does it stress it out? Like, makes you depressed? Like, what does it do to you? The lower vibration emotions are going to reveal that. And that's why we have to start looking at it, start documenting the source. So this weekend, if you have the opportunity to connect with the full moon energy, it's a perfect time to just let go of the old and really capture the energy that's going to be coming through from the sun, from the universe, from the planets. And you might want to just document to what you got out of your own doing your own personal ritual or ceremony. Maybe you already do that. I would recommend doing it for sure this coming week. This is a powerful super moon. Like, take that. See what your higher self is going to reveal. Wow. Pile number one. This is like a door opening opportunity to get to know your authentic self. And it looks like that you're going to treat yourself more fair, like more compassionately than maybe you have in the past. Maybe you've been hard on yourself. This is really about this spread, or these 4 cards are really talking about the inner work. It's not so much on the outside, but you may have gotten the clues from the outside. That now is the time to look at that. Okay, pile number 1, that is it for you. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Let's go on to pile number 2. Death and rebirth in reverse. 8 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 3 of Wands, and the Hermit. Oh, and one more, Queen of Wands. Oh, pile number 2. Okay, death and rebirth is on the horizon. You may not have wanted to put a focus on that, or you've just come through a death and rebirth and you're still working with that energy, or you've been really focused on work and haven't been doing much, getting ready for a death and rebirth, but there's something coming about that. If you're on the other side of it, some good things are happening. You're starting to hear your higher self with some clear messages from Spirit, and it's feeding your heart. Maybe you're getting some really good downloads of ideas about moving forward that you could use in your work, create something brand new. Yeah, she's looking into the candle. That's where it's taking my focus, is gazing into the candle. And you could do this in a meditation. Gaze into the candle, ask a question, and see if you can hear the answer. 3 of Wands, you want to get going and move through things, and there seems to be a pathway. You just haven't, you're ready to go. You just haven't taken the steps yet. Queen of Wands in reverse and the Hermit. So you may have been in a hermit mode for a while, learning to listen to your higher self. That's really good. It's like, no, I've done the death and rebirth. I've contemplated and figured where I need to go. And the Queen of Wands here is, this is somebody who's fired up and ready to go. So you might be just holding back a little bit right now about moving forward, because you're trying to put some things into place. What I would recommend at this juncture is not to get caught up so much in too many details or worry about finances. That'll come, like Spirit will show that. And maybe this weekend, with the power of what we've got coming this weekend, really hone in on letting Spirit bring you the messages. Okay, pile number 2. Your magic is there, and you've been working your magic for a while. This also may be indicating this pause, right? This weekend will allow you to do some self-care. Remember, into me I see. Into me I see. This is an important card for this weekend, just plain and simple. Into me I see. And so showing up in the reality that we have authentically, without continually to hide. I think there's something coming out that the world needs to see from you. A purpose. There's some purpose that you have that needs to be shared. I think that's exciting. Very exciting. Yes, pile number 2, this is really indicating for a lot of you that you've gone through the death and rebirth. And for some, this may be coming. There might have been a lot of focus on your tonal, meaning your work world and how you're going to survive and make money, your family, all of that. But that needs to change. So there hasn't been a focus. So you could look at it this 2 ways. There has to be a focus on finalizing these pieces that's coming up this weekend for you, pile number 2. Queen of Wands, you know, you're a go-getter. You create your world. You're very capable of doing that. And you've always done that. But now's the time to pull back a little bit. Hear your higher self. There's messages that you need to hear. For some, this could be about a relationship that recently you've let go of. And maybe you didn't see it for what it was. And you've shone a light on it. And the reality of it is it's not, it was an illusion of what you thought it was. It's not the relationship. It was totally the wrong relationship. It was the right relationship to bring out your shadow, to help you see who you are and use that for personal growth. But as far as a love relationship, no. That wasn't the one. It was just there as a catalyst for you to heal and grow. So this is really, again, pointing to taking this energy coming up this weekend and focusing on your authentic you, where you desire to go, clean up any of the leftover pieces and really see things for what they really are. I think that's where this is coming from, pile number 2. So you can apply this to work, you know, if this resonates for you. Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. This may look different or sound different to you depending on each situation. But basically, yeah, coming through a hard time and now ready to really move ahead and show up. Perfect. That's really good, pile number 2. I like it. There's a lot of messages there. A lot of messages. Okay, and now we're on to pile number 3. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Coming out of something that you felt breadcrumbed or feeling lack. That's going away. 4 of Cups. There's an offer coming to you that maybe you don't realize is an offer. 7 of Wands in reverse. Well, you know, I would say that this is going to take some timing. 5 of Cups in reverse. Yep, coming out of an emotional place. Very emotional place. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. King, Knight of Cups in reverse. 3 of Cups straight up. The Tower, the Magician, 3 of Wands, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles. Whoa. Okay. You've come through a really hard place recently. There's been a loss that you've been working on, that loss for a long time. And now you're coming out of it. And you're starting to realize your magic. And whatever that was, you're still trying to figure out what the gift is inside of that loss. 3 of Cups. 3 of Wands. Wow. There's movement forward of happiness. But for some, this loss you haven't realized yet. Okay. And maybe this is the Tower moment that is the catalyst that you're going to be going through this. Those of you who are coming out of a loss, you're going to manifest through your magical way. The Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, and you're going to be on top of your game. Whatever this is. The feeling of lack, the not worthy, a bunch of different things. Somebody wants to offer you something. And, yeah, it's just not the timing. So there's a timing piece. This wheel. It's not the right time to, like, step into something big, like sign contracts or this. And we're in Mercury retrograde too. This is a review time. This Pile number 3, this is really explaining a review time of where you were, where you are now, and what's showing up. So the full moon and the energies like Sunday and Monday are going to allow you to, you're going to have a eureka aha. Okay? Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. There's going to be a moment where you're going to feel like you're going to really lose yourself. Do not focus on the fear or feel the fear from the globe, like the global collective, because there's going to be a lot of fear out there. And the world is changing. So this tower moment may have a big effect. So whether this is your work world or a love relationship, it's really going to get changed up, because you're not in these places any longer, other than somebody's trying to lend a hand. Okay, pay attention to that. But everything here that's been a bit of a question of how to move forward is going to be illuminated. It's not something to rush into either. There's a prospect of working together, but a camaraderie of friendship and making sure you're with the people that understand who you are, like that support you, that love you unconditionally, that accept you as who you are. I think that's the important thing here. Not quite seeing what is being offered is showing up. And there won't be confusion around it. 5 of Cups here is in reverse. But there is some amazing things happening. See, these cards are all straight up here. The catalyst that makes the tower fall, that may have already happened. And now you're coming out on the other side. If it has not happened yet, it's coming. Work-wise, yeah. There's a restructuring for some of you. There could be a restructuring. The company is being bought out. Or it has already been bought out and it wasn't clear where you were going to land. But now you kind of feel where you want to go and what you're letting go of. The Knight of Cups is like somebody who's very emotionally knows where they're at and what they're doing. And this is in reverse. So there still seems to be some emotional confusion. But again, it's more around fear. And I like the fact that the Magician is here showing up. Okay. The Magician is showing up as you being able to create what you need to create in order to move on. Or create the new, like this transformational energy that's happening on the weekend. Utilize that. Utilize to create a very abundant world. This says green. All of these have green in there. Green, green, green. Prosperity and abundance is coming in a big way. Lots of resources and help, and you're not going to be doing it on your own. So you have to come out of the isolation. For some of you, this is going to be a difficult thing because that means you have to open your heart, and maybe you haven't opened your heart. You maybe thought it was open, but in actuality, it's not completely. Like you've had clues of it that you're getting better at it, and you've been working on it, right? But when you discover this amazing relationship with others, the heart is going to open even more. And this emotional intelligence, emotional hygiene of getting rid of what vibrates lower and does not serve you is the perfect weekend to do this. And this is what's coming through for you, pile number 3. This is very exciting because this means that you're going to be able to move forward with confidence. You have the support. There's people supporting you. It doesn't matter what kind of support. It's just there. Resources, emotional support, financial support. And if the company was bought out and you're moving on, maybe you found a new job, or they put you in a role that is completely new and different, and it might be an exciting opportunity. See, there's something here being offered that you don't see. You don't see it for what it is. The main key thing about the reading for today on this pick a pile, or these pick a piles, is seeing yourself from within and how far you've come, because you've already done a lot of work. Now it's time to take advantage of the energy. Ride the big tidal wave. Okay, pile number 3. That is awesome. I love it. Can't wait to hear some of your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Truly grateful for always when people come by and do the pick a pile readings. So grateful, as always. And remember, keep what resonates and get rid of the rest. You don't need to keep it all. It's not, the reading is a general reading, so it'll apply to a lot of people. Okay, let's see what our ending card is that sums up the pick a piles. They're very powerful. There's powerful energy there. I love it. 34-7, opening to discovery. Oh, goodness. See, look, the stars, look, it's going to open up to brand new things. That's what this energy is for right now. Brand new things. So exciting. Okay, and that comes to 7. Oh my goodness. 3 and 4. 3s in the reading. Lots of 3s, actually. Okay. And 4s too, right? Yes. Like the 4 cups. Okay. 34. Opening to discovery. The small bits of data you collect from the world to form ideas. The transfer of vital information via the universe. Always speaking to you. The need to integrate information and be discerning about what you expose yourself to. This is important. Moving forward, you're going to have to discern what's important to you, what you put yourself in. You're not going to be following the norm. People that listen to these readings, they don't follow the norm. They're actually learning to listen to their higher self and their intuition. We tune into information from our outer environment, then assign meaning to it within our psyches. Every day, however, the amount of data we sort through exceeds what we're capable of processing, especially since the advent of the internet. We have been bombarded with more than we could ever hope to absorb. Therefore, it's important to be mindful of what we expose ourselves to. Consistent exposure to unhealthy messaging invites us into a cynical, fear-based worldview. Didn't I just say that? On the other hand, conscious exposure to information supporting our well-being shifts us toward growth and expansion. That's why our intuition is so important. It's not whether you know something or not. It's about confidence about making choices. Sometimes people mix up intuition as predicting the future. It's not about that. It's about grabbing your intuitive ability to make confident and sure decisions rather than wavering. But you have to have a clear connection in order to discern if that is for you. The choice, though, is not always obviously ours, which is why we must be discerning on a daily basis. So this is so important. You can't run on the basis of other fears. You only have to look at your own. The universe is always engaging us. We are part of it. After all, through synchronicity, omens, and other signs that point toward our best path. Our intuition helps us tune in and see our environment like an oracle. However, this new information doesn't always make sense right away, so being curious and non-resistant is key to learning. Follow the little threads. I do this every day. Sometimes they don't make any sense. but I follow them. They usually turn into something amazing. So today, be open to receiving important information that may come from an unusual source. The universe wants to help you, but recognizing the way this aid will arrive depends on your willingness to shut out superfluous noise. Maybe you need to take a break from social media, gossip, or the news. Don't let yourself get distracted. Listen without attachment and see what arises in your life. What a message from the universe, and you shall have it. Expect a message from the universe, and you shall have it. Yes, always listening for the messages. Oh, you know, I am just going to turn these around. I am very grateful for you stopping by, and these messages from Spirit really apply to the amazing energy we have this weekend. So I hope that you have something chosen to do that's going to fill your soul with new hope and new promises. So have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you very soon.